In this video, I'm going to talk about the easy steps I took to carve this spoon for the beginning wood carvers. It's a spanking spoon. Okay guys, so what I have here is a real old, this is first growth cedar, guys. Look how tight the rings are. It's Western red cedar. It's a true inch thick. This is a piece of the wood, but it got slabbed out from a home mill saw from the logs that I'm going to be carving a big chair from. It was a dock in Ladner here where I live, Canada, British Columbia. It was underwater for, I'd say, a good 80 years, and it's been 80 years since it's been out of the water. So this is a huge log. It's slabbed up, right? So what I'm going to carve anyways today is a spoon. So this is something that anybody can do, guys. Really, you can draw it on any way you want, any shape you want. As long as if it's a soup spoon, as long as it's got that little bowl in it and you can scoop up some soup, you're good to go. And guys, I'm making this video so easy too. I got this old Dremel Multi-Pro. So this would be like, I don't know, a Dremel 100, 200. I don't know what, I'm just showing you guys. If you have one of these around, this one does have the flex shaft. If you do have one of these around, you can do it. With this, even a Dremel 100, you can make a spoon. You have to have a saw to cut out the shape of the spoon though, right? So anyways, I'm going to get the shape of the spoon drawn on, and I got a little bandsaw I'll be using here, but you could use a jigsaw, any kind of saw you got to. You can even use a friggin' handsaw to cut the shape out. Okay guys, I figured I should make this. This is an extra part of the video just for all the pro wood spoon carvers. Don't send me hate mail. So you get a piece of paper like this, you fold it in half, you draw your spoon out, and then you open it up and you got a spoon that's same on both sides. Look at that. Jeez, wow. Just like the snowflake. Look, that's how you do snowflakes. Go away, pro spoon carvers, go away. So yeah. Okay, there you guys can see I got a quick sketch in the spoon drawn out. I don't know if I'm going to take it this long, or this long. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you guys want, it's better if you make your sketch perfect if you want it to be a perfect looking spoon. But nothing in my life is perfect, so my spoon doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, so I'm going to take this outside, cut it with the bandsaw. Okay, so here you guys can see I got it cut out. It's not perfect. Do I care? No. Should you care if it's your first spoon? No, I don't think you should. But if you want to make it perfect, go for it. So you can see how I worked those two colors in. There's a darker, looks purple, but it's not. It's brown. There's a darker color. Here is a lighter color. You can see how tight the grain is. And you can see the grain goes this way, guys, okay? So you guys can even use like an old pallet board or something if you can get like what 1x4s on there, on those pallet boards. Because this doesn't need to be that thick, this bowl, right? It can just be for like stirring your soup, or like tomato soup with cheese in there. Oh yeah, that's the best. I might have some of that later, crackers. Okay, so for carving, I told you what Dremel I'm using, but I got this Kutzall Extreme. This is like a ball nose burr. 1/8 goes in the Dremels, guys. Okay, so this is the Extreme. So what I'm gonna do now is shape this bowl out first. I'm gonna shape here, kind of make it like a slope here. I don't even know what I'm gonna carve on it. I just might leave it basic. Okay, so you can do whatever you want. Let me get the phone hooked up in the tripod and start carving. Okay, here's our spoon. Maybe you can see how not perfect it is now. So I want the spoon to kind of come up and have a arc there. Okay, you gotta remember it's cedar, so this wood isn't that hard, right? So, guys, and I don't even know what I'm doing. I just thought I'd make a spoon video today. Anyways, that might be a little bit too much. I might take it down, and I want this back of the spoon to kind of have like a lip on there. So anyways, all you can do is carve, guys. So I'll film carving this bowl out a bit. You guys can see, anybody can do this, guys. Anybody can do it. This video is for a very beginning carver. If somebody wants to learn, get into carving with the Dremel. If they got an old Dremel kicking around, they want to try something like this, you guys can do it. You can see how I drew my template on. I didn't look at any pictures of any spoons. I just did it out of my mind, and you guys can too. Okay guys, so you can see here I got some of this bowl cut out, okay? And I want to keep stressing the point. Your spoon can be anything you want it to be. You know, you can make this part way thinner here. You can make it thinner here. You can make it round. You can make it square. You can do whatever you want to do. It's your spoon. You know, if you want to order a book about how to carve a spoon, well, order the book about how to carve a spoon. But I'm telling you right now, you can just very easily do it. Just if you know how to draw on a couple simple lines and you know how to use a Dremel, or learn how to use a Dremel, you can do it. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to cut this part out because I want my spoon. I want this bowl. So you can see there I cut about, I don't know, that's 1/2 inch. I want this spoon, so when it sits on a table, I want it to sit up like that, right? So I got to lower this. I got to carve this bowl shallower on the bottom. I got to take some of this bottom off, so then it will slope like that, right? And sit like this, so then when you got your soup on there, it won't run down here. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to cut out here and take the bowl down. Okay guys, I want to take a second to talk about one of my YouTube subscribers, and he also has his own YouTube now. His name's Carlos Cortez. He lives in Puerto Vallarta and his YouTube channel is Carlos Creations. I'll leave a link in the channel below because he loves making these spoons, like different shapes and stuff, not like this, with harder woods. And he also makes bowls, beautiful bowls and stuff like that. He's a very, very hard worker. He's ex-military. So you guys go check out his channel. Super good guy and very helpful. And hi Carlos, how you doing, bud? So anyways, you guys, once again, I'll leave the link to his channel below in the descriptions. You have to hit that, to get to the description, to open up, you have to hit that arrow on the right hand side. You'll see like a little line arrow. Push that arrow and then all the things will come up and you'll see a link to his channel. So go over there and give him a subscribe if you can. So anyways, so what I want to do now, you can see there I got this kind of bevel covenant. I want to cut this all the way back and leave this little kind of hook thing on the back here. This is also too thick, so I'll be cutting this back too. You guys can carve anything you want into your spoons. You know, as long as you have your bowl there, you can do whatever you want. The sky is the limit, okay? I could even carve a couple wood spirits on here if I wanted to, but nah, I don't think so. I think I just want to make a spoon. It's a simple spoon, maybe with a couple little things in there or whatever. Okay, so what I'm going to do, now I won't film it because it'll just bore the hell out of you guys, but I'm going to take all this wood. Let's see here. I'm going to take all this from this point, if I can show it, if I can do it, show you. From this point, all this to that point, okay? Okay there, guys, you can see there the gap. It's cleared. I took this back handle down a bit farther. So this in here, it's a little bit thick. I'm going to take this down a little bit more. I'm going to take these, you got to remember this is cedar, western red cedar. It's super soft wood. This piece is anyways. So I don't want to take these walls too thin, but I'm going to take these walls a bit thinner. So all I'm going to do is take this down more, thin these walls out, sand it, and we'll call her done. I'm not going to do any carvings on this. I just want to leave it plain and simple just to show you guys. You guys can use big, you can cut it down, you can make them all twisty, you can do any kind of spoons you want. Your spoon is your spoon. How you make it, that's how you make it, right? Okay guys, I got it sanded down as much as I wanted to sand it. I could have sanded in the bowl a lot better. I could have sanded this whole piece a lot better. But good enough. You guys, if you don't know when you're sanding, I just use sandpaper with this. You have to sand with the grain, okay? So, what's this? I took it down to 180. And there you can see I signed it. Okay, so what I got here is some heavy mineral oil, heavy mineral oil. I got my little container here. Got a paintbrush, and that's what they say to use for your spoons, is mineral oil, beeswax. They say not to use like vegetable oil and like oil made with vegetables and stuff like that, or like grapes or whatever, because that stuff can go whatever. It can get, I don't know, it's just not the right stuff to use for your spoons. So anyways, guys, I'll get this done and we'll be back. Okay guys, so here you go. There's a finished spoon. You can see inside here, it's not that nice because I used my flap sander and it did kind of like the Shosugi band. You can still see cut marks in there. My intention wasn't to make a wicked spoon in this video, okay? My intention was to show you guys anybody can make spoons. This is an hour-long, about 45-hour-long project for me, guys. You know, they make great gifts. You can eat your soup with it. If you eat it out of the pot like I do, you can do whatever you want to do with it. But one thing I'll suggest with spoons, the better you sand it, the better it's going to look. If you look here, see that mark right where my thumb is? And see those darker marks? That's because I didn't sand it good enough. Why didn't I sand it good enough, Jordy? Well, just because I didn't care. Okay? You can see that indent there? That's from my flap sander, okay? Because this cedar is super soft. It's actually a beautiful color, cedar. Maybe I'll give this spoon to the people that gave me the cedar. Okay, guys, so hope you're all good. I'd love to see your spoon carvings. You guys, you can see there with my flap sander, I just put some little designs in here a bit, just to kind of liven it up a bit. You guys, you can carve wood spirits on here. You can carve trees, flowers, anything you want. If you're married, carve your wife a spoon. You know, she might get mad, say, do you expect me to cook you something with that spoon? Or she might love the spoon, you know. Lots of people collect spoons. So that's it, guys. I hope you're all good. And take it easy. Spoon carvers. Carving Fusion spoon carvers. Right on. Or this could even be a spanking spoon. Got a girlfriend over, bad girl. Spanking time. Perfect.